Matthew Fernandez. I had known about him in another company. I knew of him, but I did not know him. And one of the things that I really want you guys to understand about this, guys, this is an individual and a leader that always puts his team first before himself. He always puts his team first before himself. When he contacts myself or Jason, it's always about helping the team members. He's leading the movement in Toronto. I was out before COVID. I went out to Toronto with Jason Brown, Chairman 750. We saw what they were building out there, the trade house that they'd created, the culture. Guys, it's unbelievable. Their team's exploding. He also hit Chairman. Now listen to this, guys. He hit Chairman in 30 days. He hit Chairman in 30 days. That is very fast. So for anyone who's on the building side, this is going to be a call that's going to be very interesting to listen to. Now, if you're trading, some of the stuff he's going to cover is going to help you guys with the trading as well. So Matthew Fernandez, Chairman 10 inside our company, soon to be Chairman 25. Guys, let's give it up for Mr. Matthew Fernandez. Guys, go inside of the chat box and put some fiery emojis inside there. Matt, let me know if you can hear me on your end.
Yeah, I'm good. 1 second. Let me just take the camera off. What's up? What's up? So first and foremost, I just want to thank you for putting me on this call. I'm excited to be here today. Shout out to you, honestly, like from my transition from my previous company to this, you've been a great mentor throughout the whole process. So thank you for featuring me on this call. It's definitely an honor to be featured on this call, number one. Number two, I just want to shout out Kathy and Chris one time for going before me. Honestly, hearing their story as a whole, with them having a lot more experience than me, definitely put me in a position that allowed me to see a lot of success. So even my team, my squad, we use a lot of their trading. So shout out to them before I even get started. So just before I even get started, I just want to give a little background about myself for the people that don't know me. I started off in this industry about 2 years ago. So before this, I was actually studying pre-med, right? I was actually a biomedical science student. I was actually trying to become a doctor, got accepted to med school. That was my lifelong dream. And I was literally in that position to see success. My best friend told me about this trading platform, this trading thing, and it was something that completely changed and impacted my life completely. He told me about it, and I just saw the vision of it from the get-go. Being a pre-med student, I had a big background in the systems and creating everything systemized. So what my call is going to be about today is about creating systems, right? What I'm going to be covering with you guys today is I'm going to talk a little bit about how I was able to create systems that allow my business to scale massively and get to the point where I'm at now, where I was able to see massive success. So before anything, I just want to talk to you about my story, like what I did and how I got to this point. So when I first started in this industry, I saw instant success. I got in real quick and I saw the power of building this business. And I literally grew from no one on my organization to about 300 people in about 5 months. So I grew from no one in my organization to about 300 people in about 5 months. And just like everyone else on this call, right after that, I took a major setback, right? I took a major setback. I lost a lot of people. I lost almost half my organization just because I wasn't building it the right way. I didn't have anything in place. I didn't have a system in place. And I was just honestly, just being real with you, I was overworking myself. I was overstressing myself. I'll be working like from in the morning at about like 9 a.m. or like 7 a.m. all the way down to 3 a.m. at night. And I just felt I was overwhelmed. I was overstressed. I was working way too much, but I wasn't getting anything accomplished. So what I realized was I felt like I wasn't working the right way. I was working hard, but I wasn't working smart. So essentially what I realized is in order to see success within this industry, it's all about creating systems, right? Creating systems in place that would allow me to do it. Because what I realized is if my team is completely relying on me, I'm working a job. But if I create a system that allows my team basically to grow and allows my team to grow without me, then I'm running my own business. And then my business can scale forever, right? So that's what I essentially decided to do, right? I decided to create a system in place so I could always constantly see success and constantly grow. right? Just out of curiosity, how many of you guys sometimes just drop in a chat, drop a 1 in the chat, and sometimes you guys feel like everything is on you? How many of you guys ever feel like in this business, everything is on you? Trust me. Trust me, I felt that before I was in your position 100%. And that's what got me to the point where I'm at now, because I realized that you got to find a way to create systems in order to do that. Okay. So I'm going to be covering that right now, right? Covering that right now, exactly how I did it. So the 3 main reasons why you need to create systems. The first reason is duplicatable, right? In order for something to last, right? In order for something to stay long-term, it got to become duplicatable, right? So if I'm basically teaching a skill, right? If I'm teaching a skill and I'm trying to teach people how to do a one-on-one or how to basically trade, and then I pass it on to one of my downlines or one of my friends, and he passes on and he passes on, it becomes basically a game of broken telephone, right? Where effectively, if you have one system or one video that everyone could plug into, right? Then it becomes one system, and then everyone could follow it, right? So that's why it's super important that you create systems. That's the first reason, right? So everyone is trained and everyone is getting the same knowledge. The second reason, the second key for systems is retention, right? If everyone is learning the same way and everyone is learning from a perfect system, right? Everyone is going to be able to get the same knowledge if they apply it. So everyone will be able to see the same success if they use it, right? And then finally, the last reason is that business runs without you. So say if you have like a family matter or you have an emergency or something is happening in your organization or something is happening in your personal life that you can't handle or that you need to handle. Say someone, a sick family member, or you yourself get sick. Well, guess what? Your business will run without you, right? Your business will run without you if you have a system in place to do so. So what I'm going to be covering is my system. Basically, with a system that I've created to allow my organization to scale from about 0 when I first joined 𝐼𝐴 Academy. I had 0 people basically in 𝐼𝐴 Academy when I first joined in January 15th, to now I have about 1,100 people in my organization. So I'm going to kind of show you guys like what I did to basically get to that point and how it essentially works. Okay, so first things first, right? Onboarding, okay? My onboarding system and my launching. So how I basically onboard and launch people is I make sure everyone is onboarded and launched the same way. What I essentially have is I have a website in place that I created that basically gives people a step-by-step system, right? That they know exactly what they need to know to onboard. So there's basically a 7-step system that I created where someone gets an intro to the business, number 1. Number 2, they know exactly what chats to join. Number 3, they basically know, right? They basically know exactly what app to download. Number 4, they know who to follow on Instagram. Number 5, they know there's a step-by-step process how to set up a broker account depending on what they need to set up. And then number 6 and 7, they know exactly what parts of this our 𝐂𝐿𝐴, our system schedule they should be plugging into, right? So the first thing that's most important is having an onboarding system. And how I do this is basically through my website. So everyone who signs up, they get access to our website. And then from there, they basically get a step-by-step system to see success, right? That part is very, very key. Okay. The next thing basically I have, the next aspect I basically have after that is basically I give them goals. I make it a very goal-oriented system. Okay. I basically make it a goal-oriented system. So if anyone's on my team, just drop the website link in the chat. Thank you guys very much. So basically make it a goal. I make it a goal-driven system. So I give people their 1-month goal, their 2-month goal, their 3-month goal, their 4-month goal, and all the way up to a year-long goal from the get-go. So they can basically see what they should be gunning to accomplish within their 1st month, their 2nd month, their 3rd month, and their 12th month, depending if they want to become a builder or a trader, right? Every single thing is goal-oriented, right? Every single thing is goal-oriented as a whole, so people know that they're on track, right? If people feel like they're on track to get closer to a goal or get closer to where they want to be, they'll stay in the organization forever, right? And basically what we have is we have a system in place for people to become their own master trader or their own independent trader. And we have a system in place for people to go chairman. So we have a step-by-step system that people can follow to take themselves to a level of chairman. The second thing we have is we have a step-by-step system someone should follow, a 1 to 7-step system for someone to become their own independent trader. Okay, so we have all these kind of things in place so people can actually follow the system properly, right? So people know, okay, this is what I have to do first. Okay, I first have to watch the FRX series. That's the first thing I have to do. The second thing basically I have to do is I have to plug into the go lives. I have to plug into these specific go lives. The third thing, the fourth thing, the fifth thing, so people know exactly what they need to do to see success and accomplish success within our organization, so they know exactly how to go from $0 digital dollars, right, all the way up to 10K USD a month, or they know how to basically go from someone who knows nothing about trading to basically be able to analyze the charts by themselves and make a consistent part-time or full-time income off trading, right? That's why our platform is so key, and that's basically what allows their business to take themselves to the next level, right? So I didn't want to make this section too long. I didn't want to make it too long as a whole, but I just want to help you guys understand the powers of creating systems. Because for me personally, if I ever need to take a step back, right? If I ever need to take a step back, not work for a day, not be able to do something just because I have family matters, something like that, everyone on my team knows what to do because the system is in place for them to do so. So as soon as someone signs up, everyone knows exactly what to do, right? As soon as someone does anything, everyone knows exactly what to do to see success. And that's why our system is able to blow up. And that's why people are constantly able to grow and our organization is able to grow with or without me being present, right? And that's why this is so key. So that's all I really wanted to cover. I just wanted to make it short and sweet, but I want to kick it back off to Brendan. Thank you, honestly, for including me on this call. I appreciate you as an upline and a mentor so much. Thank you, bro.
Wow, I love it. First of all, I'm excited to come back to Canada. In fact, I'm coming to Toronto. I'm going to Edmonton. I'm going to Ontario, and I'm going to Calgary. So if anyone is in any of those places, when this whole situation is done with, I'm looking forward to going up there and tearing this thing up together. So here's a couple things that he mentioned, that Matthew Fernandez mentioned, that I want to go over with you guys real quick. He talked about, and I think that this is key right here. He said he was working too much. Let me raise my hand and say that I've been known in the past, not so much now, but in the past, for being a workaholic. Now, I called it a loveaholic because I love what I did, but a workaholic. He said he's working too much, and guess what happened? He was losing his team. He was burning himself out. So guess what he did? He established a system. System stands for what? Save yourself time, energy, and money. When you walk into McDonald's, the bathroom's always on the right. Whether it's Beijing, China, or the United States of America, they have a system. He said without the system, he was working a job, not a business. He said he gave them goals, accountability. They have a website, right? These are the things that you guys do. Again, we say this so much as leaders, you don't do what works. You do what duplicates. Write that down. You don't do what works. You do what duplicates, guys. That's what you do. If you want to have a team, if you want to have success, and this includes trading too, you don't do what works. You do what duplicates. Do what it is that can actually duplicate to other people. Something that is simple and digestible.